Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
Hey, I'm Mark Tody.
And this is episode 108 of the Parkland Podcast.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
Episode 108 of the Parkland Podcast is now upon us. Good morning. Happy Saturday, 8:01. Oh, is it already like 150 outside right now?
It's muggy. It's not so hot. It's kind of comfortable, but it's going to be a muggy day. That's the thing, and we've got real heat on the way.
We do. 80 degrees right now, the current temperature with that heat advisory coming up. But we're not going to let that slow us down here on this episode 108th of the Parkland Podcast. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to be joined by Tom Burcham and Kevin Engler. They're going to give their take on Amendments 4 and 5. After that, we'll talk to Donna Hickman. She will represent Big River Chautauqua. They, of course, are celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States of America. So we'll find out about Chautauqua, who the presenters are, and how you can enjoy the air conditioning there this year. And then coming up at 9 o'clock, Sarah Politte, local jazz singer from Park Hills, will be our guest. And she's going to tell us about a new EP that she has dropping. I even have some of her music prepared for us.
Talent. We've got talent
on the show.
Finally, after 2 years, we've got talent on the show.
It took a while, but we finally did it. And this episode is brought to you by the fine folks at Parkland Pharmacy. They care for us and about us. They got that small town pharmacy thing down to a science. We also want to thank Discover Farmington, discoverfarmingtonmo.com, the website we use all the time. First State Community Bank online, fscb.com. Angie Ussery for St. Francis County Collector. Ginger Daffron for St. Francis County Circuit Clerk, and the St. Francis County Republican Central Committee, all sponsoring this episode of the Parkland Podcast. What'd you do this week, Mark Tody?
Well, rather than what I do, I want to say thank you before we get into the podcast to the folks at Neal Construction.
Oh, yeah. The construction project. You had severe hail damage to your house back in, what was that, like early May?
Early May.
Big storm?
It wasn't as bad as some other folks. I'm not really complaining, but I want to thank my insurance guy, Chris Morrison, also the mayor of Farmington. He got on it right away. And then I got Neal Construction out of Fredericktown. They put on a new roof right away. And then Hanco Construction out of Fredericktown just got done with all the siding work, and now I'm getting ready to have new gutters in.
Man.
The house looks very, very nice. So I just wanted to thank those folks for all their hard work.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
So that's been your plans this week, just watching construction workers do their thing?
It's just watching it happen, and it's happening all the way. And it was kind of weird to write a check for $14,800 like I had to yesterday, but hey, it was all insurance money. So
yeah, okay. The check is good, right?
Yeah.
Well, good. Very, very good. So Mark's basically getting a new house. Yesterday I did a little day trip to St. Louis, took the kids and the wife to the Science Center. We hadn't been there in a while. Very nostalgic, seeing some of the things that my kids used to, run into, and now they can't fit in anymore because they're larger than I. But that was a whole lot of fun. And then we went to the City Museum. You ever been to the City Museum in St. Louis?
I have been. Is it in Forest Park?
No,
that's where I was at.
The
history Art Museum.
Art Museum.
Yeah,
Art Museum was. Yeah, we drove by that yesterday. We ended up going to the City Museum. We love it there. It is just a hodgepodge of all kinds of neat things for the kids to do. And the best part is the wife and I can sit down at the bar downstairs, and we're right by the door. The only way to get in and out, and they just kind of run and play.
Well, the next
Although it was
time
too
you do
hot
that-
to drink anything yesterday.
Yeah. The next time you do that, you need to go downtown and go to a place called Crown Candy Kitchen.
Ooh, I like Crown Candy Kitchen.
It
yes.
is. Man, that's good food.
Yes.
And good milkshakes.
Oh, my. Yeah. The numbers that were revealed to be good this week, I had some blood work done. Doctor was very happy. We live in such a cool age. Like, I went and got blood work done, I don't know, it was like Tuesday or Wednesday morning. And within like 30 minutes, my doctor read the results and like wrote a little report to me on my app on my phone.
That is pretty cool. I had that happen to me once. I had to get a blood test, and they did a couple just pricks of the finger, and they put blood in tubes, and there's like 12 tubes, and they shot them down a funnel thing.
Like at the bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they came back like 20 minutes later, said, yeah, everything's good. I'm like, okay.
Wow,
that's
cool,
simple
man.
now. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, so did that. That was fun. Me and the two youngest kids got my teeth cleaned this week as well.
I did that too. Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. Perry.
Yeah, everything at Dr. Lake's office went great. Although I learned that they're going out of network, like I guess my network.
Yeah,
So that kind of stinks.
I think that's a lot of dentists. Are
Yeah, I
doing
know.
that. I think that's just the way. Apparently, there's a lot of hassle in getting paid through the insurance company.
Sure. Oh well, that's why we don't have as many hospitals as we do either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big old mess, and
we're going to
someday-
be the ones paying for it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm hoping that maybe my son's generation can figure out a way to make that system work, because it is broken. It's made to make money, and unfortunately, that's kind of detrimental to people like you and I, especially as we get older.
Yep.
It is what it is, though. Anyway, that's a whole nother podcast for another time. So yeah, that's kind of what we did this week. Had a little fun yesterday, and somebody said that is hilarious. Oh wait, they're talking about something else.
Yeah.
It's hilarious that the healthcare system is broken. Check out our Facebook poll. Got another poll up there for you. This is for the Republican candidate in the 116th district. This is the district that Dale Wright, I guess, is the current state representative, although he's term limited out. So the two gentlemen on the Republican side that are running, you can vote for either of those candidates. And that poll is on our Facebook page. And right now it's split 50-50 between Jason Green and David Todd. Of course, we'll have election night coverage coming up for you on Tuesday, August 4th.
Coming up right away. You can get out and vote right now if you want to.
Hello to Dylan Vogelsang.
Hey,
Happy
D.
birthday, Big D. Jeff Rustage. Oh, Jeffage. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for saying hey. Kurt Bauke totally agrees with Crown Candy, and he says to
Tell Candy Andy. That's from Two Broke Girls, I think he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the gals from Two Broke Girls was going
Blonde
to
or the
marry
brunette?
a guy named Candy Andy. If I'm thinking about the same thing that Kurt is.
Okay. Very, very good. So those are some of the comments. Hit us up in the comments. We had a comment earlier. Somebody was asking, we've had a lot of Republicans on. When are we having Democrats on the show? And the answer to that question is
Last week,
too, with Matt Harden. And then next week, we're going to have all the Democrat candidates running for office in August, and that's Frank Barnett's and Chris Reichard. They're both running for the 8th District. Winner of that will face off with the winner of, I think Jason Smith has a challenger on the Republican side. And then we talked earlier about the Green and Smith state representative race in the 116th district. The Republican winner will face Whitney Whisker Brooks, and she'll be our guest next Saturday. Eli Flowers will also join us. Eli will be running against Becky Lobinger. And then Bill Young, St. Francis County Commissioner, will wrap up the Democrat Candidates Day next week, and Bill is running for presiding commissioner against Kent Sissom. So,
well, to quote Three Dog Night next week, Eliza Coming.
Eliza Coming. Oh, okay. I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
Yeah,
I
great
was
song.
like, Joy to the World? Okay, all right. Very, very good. Good morning, Sheriff Kreitz. Good to see you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Sheriff, you want to come back on the show anytime soon?
Kurt Balky says, no. He's not talking about two broke girls. Andy Karan, and I'm going to mispronounce this name horribly. Andy Karanziev is the owner of Crown Candy.
Well, I just got a text from Ken Sissom saying, wear your boots. Okay,
Where's
Ken.
What's he talking about?
Maybe he's talking about our two guests this
Okay.
morning.
Chris Engler says the City Museum is a must-go. She also loves Crown Candy. So, yeah, lots very, very active folks this morning in the comments section.
Got a Bella Herman health tip. Are we ready to
Yes, I'm ready for a Bella Herman health tip.
By the way,
week.
Bella is now working over at Parkland Health Center. She's working a lot with Dr. Deere, who is my doctor.
Dr. Deere.
But I'm willing to share him with Bella. So, Bella, keep Dr. Deere in line. And her health tip today is whether you're swimming in a pool, lake, river, or the ocean, always stay aware of your surroundings. Good advice. Wear bright-colored swimsuits like neon orange, yellow, or pink. I told her she'd be happy to know that my swimsuit is yellow with cactus print all over it.
Very good,
so
very good.
I definitely will show out. They are much easier to spot underwater than
Yes.
blue, white, or gray. Swim with a buddy. Wear a properly fitted life jacket when boating or kayaking, and be extra cautious in rivers and oceans where currents can be strong. A few simple precautions can help keep your summer safe and fun. That is good advice from one of my favorite health professionals, the Bella Herman.
And you can see her now at Dr. Deere's office. Dr. Deere, that's a good page. Somebody paging
Dr. Mo, Dr.
Deere.
Larry, Dr. Curley, that's a better page.
Got any trivia for us for the week?
Yes, I'm going to take it easy on you this week.
Well, I don't mind. You can come with the challenges to make me look silly. I don't care.
No, you stink at challenges.
Okay.
This is actually, it's going to be all rock and roll related.
Rock and roll.
I'm going to give you the first major hit
Okay.
from these groups, and you're going to tell me who the group is.
Okay.
But so you should get at least 3 out of 5 of these.
I'm going to get all 5 of them.
Okay.
All 5, baby.
The first hit single for this artist, Lady, in 1973.
I'm going to miss the first one.
Okay, maybe 4 out of 5. Right?
Lady, 1973. Okay, so let's see. Lady, that could be Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers had a song called Lady, but I don't think 73 is the right time.
Well, and the key you're missing here is it was the first hit single.
First hit single.
So you're assuming that Kenny didn't have any other hit songs before that.
Before that, yeah, I don't think he started with Lady. Did Styx start with Lady? That could, because they, Lady, when I'm with you, I'm happy. Well, however it goes. And then, of course, there is Lionel Richie, who had the song Lady.
He did.
And that was a solo hit. Boy, 73, though, doesn't seem like the right timeline because he was with the Commodores before that, right?
I've got somewhere to be by noon.
Sorry. Okay. I'm going to go Styx.
Styx it is.
Yes. Okay, great.
All right.
I want to give everybody else at home a chance to play.
Well, we've probably got 52 new likes since.
Yeah, well, hey, Chris Engler said Lionel Richie.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
All right, the first hit single for this artist was Alive in 1991.
Alive in 1991. That would be the breaking of grunge upon us. So I'm going to say that was Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam it is, 2 for 2.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
First hit single, also 1991. It Ain't Over Till It's Over.
It ain't over till it's over.
Mm-hmm.
So that song has got a big resurgence on TikTok. It's a TikTok background. I would have guessed that "Are You Gonna Go My Way" was the first hit from this guy, but Lenny Kravitz is who you're referring to. So I'm going to say Lenny Kravitz is the right answer.
You're 3 for 3.
Yes.
All right, number 4. See, these are all right around your wheelhouse too.
Yes.
I hope you noticed
94.
that. All right. First hit single, Shine, Also in 1991.
Okay, this is a band that you've referenced a lot. I think you bought, or back when we still did albums, you did the album that this song was on, and the name of that band is Collective Soul.
4 for 4, baby.
All right.
All right. Last but not least, will it be a clean sweep?
It's going to be.
First hit single for this artist. This one goes out to the one I love.
Oh, that's very. This band had a lot of hits. They're the pride of Athens, Georgia. Another band that you've periodically referenced. They're named after a medical condition, which stands for rapid eye movement, and that would be REM.
See, folks, now he's just showing off.
Yes,
that's exactly right. Also, a little bit of trivia for you, courtesy of Scott Cheatham. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
He told me at one time Michael Stipe, the lead singer for REM, he grew up in Illinois where Scott lived.
Oh, really?
And he hit on Scott's little sister.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I can't believe Scott didn't tell me that story.
Yes, that was a story told to me by Scott many years ago.
Wow. He could have been Michael Stipe's brother-in-law.
Could have been.
Dang.
I think now
he's too worried about losing his religion.
I
he
get
was
it.
a preacher.
I get it.
Oh, that one hurt my brain a little bit.
Boom.
Uh-oh, we have a controversy. Shine, according to Katie Taylor Martinez, is "Heaven Let Your Light Shine Down." Is the name of that song.
But that's the lyrics.
That's
but
the
actual title is Shine.
Okay, the title
Heaven
is
Let
Shine.
Your Light Shine Down.
Title is Shine.
The actual official name is Shine.
Okay. And apparently Casey Hartley Miller's pretty good at this game, too. She got almost all of them right as well, so good job there.
Good job,
Good job.
followers.
Keep them up in the comments section. We appreciate that. And again, go check out the Facebook page and vote in the 116th Republican state poll. Also, too, the other polls are still up there, too. We have the polls for St. Francis County Circuit Clerk and the St. Francis County Collector. And again, be sure to tune in to these very channels, to YouTube, to Facebook, to Twitch on election night, August 4th, after the polls close. Mark and I will be live at Election Central, bringing you all the election returns from the primary. Parkland Pharmacy helps you stay healthy, and they take care of you. I saw my cardiologist this week, and we are making a change in one of my medications.
Get used to that.
Parkland Pharmacy, yes, that's where I go. I go to the one in Desloge. And again, no issues at all. Everything is ready to go. Parkland Pharmacy, whether you use the drive-thru. And also, too, Mark, the UPS store is right there in Desloge. And I love the UPS store, too. We bought something on Amazon that didn't fit. Super easy to return. Just walk into the UPS store there at Parkland Pharmacy in Desloge. Show the little code on the phone with the box and the stuff, and they go, yep, we got it. I'll take care of it. So easy. Parkland Pharmacy takes care of you in so many ways.
I was just in Parkland Pharmacy this past week getting one of my prescriptions refilled. I got the chance to sit and visit with Julie Berghaus. In fact, she's got a birthday in her family coming up this week that I think we're going to get to. In fact, she's got Julie, your husband has a birthday tomorrow, just in case you forgot. Just saying.
Yeah.
So that's coming up, but you'll get great customer service at Parkland Pharmacy. They always treat you with a smile. You can even do a little bit of shopping. They have, I like to buy Emergency, great vitamin C supplement.
You've been on that for a long time.
Yeah, that's great to take. If you're starting to get a cold or something like that, it pops you up with vitamin C and get you all back to normal. There's a lot of great things to do at Parkland Pharmacy, and the people treat you great.
Parkland Pharmacy locations in Desloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, Piedmont, and Greenville. Parkland Pharmacy, they take great care of us. First State Community Bank online, fscb.com. You and I have banked at First State Community Bank for every. Is that the only bank you've used since you've lived in St. Francis County? Do you remember?
I became a member when I first moved down here in 1983. Been with them ever since.
That's
I
great.
should get some kind of discount for that. Andy Buchanan, are you listening to me? I would say Matt Sebastian, but he's retired now.
He's probably still got a little pull around that place, though, I bet.
Craig Sutherland.
Yeah, Craig.
John Dinkler. See, we know everybody.
Yeah.
Does. By the way, I want to send a shout out to Lisa Sumter with First State. She is going to be one of the newest members of the United Way of St. Francis County Board of Directors. So
Lisa's
we
a
are
good
looking
get.
forward to that. And she is a worker bee, I'm telling you right now. She's going to be great on that board.
Well, that's awesome. First State Community Bank, FSCB.com. St. Francis County Republican Central Committee, they encourage you to pick up a Republican ballot in the upcoming election, as that's where the most contested races are, and they support the Republicans in St. Francis County that are on the ballot. And that includes two others that are sponsoring this podcast as well, and that's St. Francis County Collector Angie Ussery. She's running for re-election and a sponsor of this episode, and Ginger Daffron, who is running for St. Francis County Circuit Clerk, sponsoring this episode as well.
They are urging you to vote Republican, but I bet I could speak for all of them. They are urging you above more than anything else, just get out and vote and make your voice heard.
And it's not just the people running. There's also 4 amendments on the ballot this year as well. So make sure you educate yourself. And obviously, you're doing a good job by watching this very podcast right here. It is 8:21 on a Saturday morning. It's 80 degrees. We need to take a commercial break. We'll be back with news that comes your way next.
Experience matters. That's why Angie Ussery is seeking re-election as St. Francis County Collector. With 18 years in the Collector's Office and the endorsement of the President of the Missouri Collectors Association, Angie Ussery is committed to serving taxpayers with integrity. Her priorities include helping residents stay current on their taxes through more convenient payment options and text reminders, while ensuring every tax dollar is accurately accounted for and distributed. Re-elect Angie Ussery for experienced leadership that keeps St. Francis County moving forward. Re-elect Angie Ussery for St. Francis County Collector.
Paid for by Ussery for Collector. Kevin Cook, Treasurer.
In St. Francis County, leadership, integrity, and experience matter. Ginger Daffron has the experience you can trust in the service you deserve. Committed to our community every day. As your circuit clerk, Ginger Daffron will continue to provide accurate, efficient, and courteous service while upholding the highest standards of the office. The circuit clerk is here to serve you, and Ginger Daffron will help you with court records, passports, and more. For leadership, integrity, and experience, Ginger Daffron for St. Francis County Clerk. Paid for by the committee to elect Ginger Daffron. Stephanie Daffron, Treasurer.
Time for your latest news now on the Parkland podcast.
Well, 2 men are in custody after Farmington police found them driving away from Ledco Community Credit Union early Tuesday morning. Police found skimming devices placed on the bank's ATM machine and arrested the 2 who were not U.S. residents. According to a news release from the city of Farmington, the pair faces charges of tampering in the first degree and felony stealing.
A Desloge man faces several charges, including murder, after deputies found 2 people shot in a Potosi house, one of them dead. James Bess is charged with first-degree murder, first-degree assault, possession of a defaced firearm, 2 counts of armed criminal action, and 2 counts of unlawful use of a weapon after a shooting on Monday night, according to court records. A probable cause statement from the Washington County Sheriff's Office said a witness dropped Bess off at the house before hearing gunshots. The witness told police that she found Bess with a gun and took it away from him. Law enforcement found 1 person dead in the bedroom with gunshot wounds to the head, chest, arms, and legs. Deputies also found a man inside the house with gunshot wounds to the stomach and leg. Paramedics airlifted him to a St. Louis area hospital. The statement said Bess admitted to shooting the 2 people while being detained. Law enforcement transferred him to Washington County Jail. Investigators also found the gun with its serial number removed. Bess is held on a $2 million bond and scheduled for initial appearance in Washington County next week, that according to court records.
Well, plans are in place to close Bray Road in Farmington periodically due to ongoing construction with the Farmington Crossing development. Drivers are encouraged to follow detour signs and use caution when traveling through the area as workers and equipment may be present. No set schedule for the closures. Traffic disruptions will occur as construction activities require. Drivers should expect intermittent closures over the coming months.
MoDOT will hold a public meeting from 4 to 7 Tuesday to share plans for constructing a J-turn on Highway 67 and Hildebrand Road in Farmington. In addition, the project team will also be available to discuss a study examining potential improvements to Karsh Boulevard in Farmington. That meeting will take place Tuesday evening, 4 to 7 o'clock at the Farmington Public Library.
Yet more flooding issues, especially in Farmington, where a big flash flood happened on Thursday afternoon that dropped well over 3 inches of rain in just over an hour. Karsh Boulevard was closed Thursday evening during the VFW. There is a creek behind the VFW. That water came up not just over the creek bed, but covered the entire parking lot and actually got inside the VFW building, with more rain in the forecast next week.
At this week's Park Hill City Council meeting, Reef lifeguard Leighton McFarland was presented with a proclamation and certification of appreciation for his heroic actions that saved the life of a child at the Reef on June 23rd. While on duty in the children's area, Leighton heard a mother desperately call out that her baby was drowning. Without hesitation, he immediately entered the water, rescued the child, and found the child unconscious and not breathing. Drawing on his lifeguard training, Leighton began CPR immediately. After the second rescue breath, the child regained consciousness and began breathing. Leighton's quick thinking, professionalism, and calm response made all the difference in a life-threatening emergency. His actions are a powerful reminder of the importance of training, preparedness, and the incredible people who serve our community every day.
Great job by Leighton. And
yes.
Coming up a little bit later on, we're going to look at the big amendments on the ballot.
All right. In the meantime, though, Mark, what is the weather going to be like for us locally?
Well, we could see a pop-up shower as we warm up into the 90s today. Maybe a little rain tonight and tomorrow. 20% chance on Monday. And then it's heat, baby. Nothing but heat with high temperatures in the 90s come Tuesday and midweek. And I think we might cool down as we get toward the end of the week. But it's going to be hot for the next several days.
And a heat advisory in effect all the way through Tuesday at midnight. Right now it's 80 degrees. Your events are up next, and they are powered by Discover Farming.
Discover Farmington. Explore the Parkland. Just 1 hour south of St. Louis at the edge of the Ozark Mountains, you will discover Farmington, Missouri. Surrounded by 9 of Missouri's most scenic state parks, challenging golf courses, an extreme off-road recreation area, hiking trails, and award-winning vineyards and wineries. Farmington is the perfect destination. Learn more about accommodations, parks, dining, and events at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
It is event time. Events are powered by Discover Farmington more than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Newsies being presented this weekend at the Mac Fine Arts Academy tonight at 7 and Sunday at 3 at the theater.
The wife and Lucy went Thursday night and said it was fantastic. 2 thumbs up there. St. Joe State Park has their Explorer Day Camp all about snakes today. That starts at 9 o'clock this morning.
Live music all around southeast Missouri. Charlottesville today starting at 1 featuring Outlaw Daring.
How about the Weingarten Vineyard? They have Tim's Session beginning at 1 o'clock.
And the Oak Meadow Winery today at 2 o'clock featuring Flyover State.
Hey, the Dive-In movie is tonight at the Farmington Water Park. Teen Beach Movie. Have you seen Teen Beach Movie, Mark? You can see it tonight in the water park. Gates open at 7. Movie begins at dusk.
Big River Chautauqua, the Spirit of 76, coming up the 23rd through the 25th at the Bonterre Auditorium. Abigail Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin. We'll hear more about that coming up.
Park Hills Citywide Yard Sale is next week, Friday and Saturday throughout the city of Park Hills.
The Desloge 85th birthday celebration, July 24th at Desloge Park. There's a free swim at the pool, a cornhole tournament, food trucks, and a concert in the park featuring Blackbird Strut.
St. Francis County Fair, July 30th through August the 1st. Craig Morgan is your featured entertainment.
The Baby Boomer Concert, The Spirit of 76, July 31st and August 1st at the First State Bank Center in Farmington. Tickets go on sale. They're available right now.
You can get them right now. Pie Baking Contest presented by Discover Farmington. That's August 1st at the St. Francis County Fairgrounds. Top pie wins $500.
Pie in the Face Contest, August 1st. Money raised goes to the Help the Hungry Bake Sale.
And the Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament, August 7th at Bogey Creek Golf Club.
United Methodist Men Barbecue is August 14th, 10 to 2 at the Methodist Church.
And we're all looking forward to the 9th Annual Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, September 18th and 19th, downtown Farmington. Great music, great food, great drinks, all presented by Discover Farmington. More than you ever imagined. Find out about local events. Even book a wedding or day trip today at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Let's check your sports now on the Parkland Podcast. St. Louis Cardinals in action last night. It was a late one, but worth staying up if you did, Mark. They came away with a 5-4 victory.
5-4 victory, 51-45 on the year. Cards hopefully can build on something from Monday night's home run derby where
Oh, my, that was a blast.
Yeah, the Cardinal won it for the first time in the history of the franchise. First time they've ever won a home run derby, and you consider they had Mark McGwire and Albert Pujols competing in years past. That's pretty good, so way to go, Jordan Walker.
Barry Bonds said it was the best home run derby he'd ever seen.
Well, you know what? He had to hit 6 home runs in a row to do it, and he sure did, and he got booed by the Philadelphia fans.
Yeah.
They're so funny. Not only did they boo him, they booed everybody that was introduced. There was a kid in the outfield during the home run derby, and one of the players hit a ball into the outfield, and the kid dropped it. They booed the kid.
Well, yeah.
Man,
that's
they boo
man.
everyone
they
in
boo
Philadelphia.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
They booed Santa Claus. Cards and Diamondbacks back at it. Again, what do they got, an afternoon game, I think?
I know they do on Sunday. I don't know about today.
No, 3:10 today. And, 3:10 is the game today.
No.
Yeah, 3:10 today.
And 3:10
tomorrow. 3:10, that's 3:10 our time, which would be, 1:10. And is David Cramp going to be there? I know
He usually goes spring training.
Yeah, but I know he's in Arizona because he saw Paul Goldschmidt at a honey baked ham on Christmas Eve. I don't know if you remember that story. Said that Paul Goldschmidt's just in line buying a ham like everybody else on Christmas Eve. But anyways, that's your sports here on the Parkland Podcast. We have important people to talk to, Mark Tody. We need to quit talking about honey baked ham on Christmas Eve.
Well, we'll see if our next guest can live up to the high standards that his son set just last week.
Yeah, that's true.
On the podcast.
That's very, very
We'll
true.
see.
Coming up next, we got Tom Burcham and Kevin Engler. They're going to talk Amendment 4 and 5 as the Parkland Podcast rolls on this Saturday morning.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
That ended abruptly.
Well, I hit transition.
The radio show.
The radio station.
The St. Francis County Republican Central Committee encourages you to pick up a Republican ballot in the August primary and vote for these candidates: Angie Ussery and Mike Miller for County Collector, Christina Bone and Ginger Daffron for Circuit Clerk, and Jason Green for State Representative in the 116th District. The St. Francis County Republican Committee also supports Becky Lobinger, Pat King, Todd Smith, Kent Sissom, Kevin Engler, Jay Graff, Blake Dudley, Louis Cyberlick, Alex Wade, and Kyle Smith. Make sure you pick up a Republican ballot for the August election on Tuesday, August 4th. This message is paid for by the St. Francis County Republican Committee. Kent Sissom, Treasurer. Back on the Parkland podcast, as we welcome you to the interview scene, if you will. And joining us here, we have Tom Burcham and Kevin Engler. They are here to chat with us today about this upcoming election. And Kevin, we said leading into the break, going to be hard to top the other family member that was here last week. Daniel did a very nice job.
Well,
I can hear both him. I can hear both your voice and his mom's voice in there.
Well, I appreciate you having them on. I know their interest. I'll plug it again. Today they're at the Mines at 1 o'clock for their listening for their programming. These two parks are in their programming for the next few years to put money in. And then at 4 o'clock they're at St. Joe at the pavilion down there, and they're going to get input from what people think about the camping sites, the motocross, the bike path, and everything. So I appreciate you having on. It gets good publicity, and I got to take him to dinner, even if I had to buy. You guys are looking great today, too. Your makeup's real good. Mark, you need to touch up or something.
Yeah.
My wife has a makeup degree. That helps.
There you go.
Yeah, it does
Well,
help.
I hear you're always breaking up, and she makes up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
That's what her degree's at.
Right,
Talk about a politician telling you guys you look good. That's where we already started off with a lie.
Let me plug the election because we got. If you need an absentee ballot, you got till next Wednesday to request it. So you have to get a hold of our office by next Wednesday. We've already had over 200 people vote. We've got 2 more weeks of early voting. We are moving down to our big facility down the hall starting on Monday. We need you to get out. If you can, get out and vote early. It's easy. You can get a sample ballot if you want at our office and take your time to vote. Election day, I'm going to request, if you live in Farmington or you work in Farmington, if you would consider voting at the Civic Center there at the First State Bank part of it that used to be Centene Center. We've got unlimited parking. We've got unlimited space to vote, and yet less than half the people voted there than voted at my office where I've got 12 parking spaces. So if we double the amount of people that vote in April, which is typically what we do in August, I don't want people to have to wait at any of the facilities. That's why we made bigger facilities. So, vote there. If it's more convenient, vote at North County High School, that's fine, or the college. It worked great in April. We just need you, if you're in Farmington, if you can, the day of the election, if you're going to vote on the day of the election, that's the only time it's open, vote at the First State Bank Center there. Because it really help our crowd, because we have so many more people ready for you there to vote.
So if instead of going to, I usually vote at Farmington City Hall. Can I still vote there too?
You cannot. There's only 4 places on Election Day. Before Election Day, the next 2 weeks, 8 to 4 at my office on Weber. The Saturday before the election, we're always open 8 to noon. Now, the day of the election, there will be 4 facilities. North County High School, in the back gym there, you'll see it. We have signs all over. The college in their new building there, right, it's first thing when you turn in, it's right there. That worked great. and then they're at the First State Bank Center at the Civic Center, besides our office on Weber. Legally, I have to keep that office open at Weber, and I don't mind that people vote there. I just can't handle 1,000 or 2,000. The other places I can handle 5,000 to 8,000 people a day. So we'd like for you to try those places out if you would. We never have a good turnout, it seems like, in August. We only usually have about a 25%, but I'm hoping that by getting out and talking to groups, and I have, we can get it up to about 30%.
And Leadwood and Bismarck still have their same polling places.
That's correct. But you can only vote in Leadwood or Bismarck if you live in Leadwood and Bismarck. Every place else, all 4 of the other locations, we've went to printing machines, so we don't have to print up. This time we have 110 different ballots. And, so we'd have to print all those different versions, and then at the end, we don't use them all, and you have to then shred them, pay $600 to shred them, and it's a mess. So go to one of those places, get out and vote. We've got some local issues. We've got the presiding commissioner, the county clerk, the circuit clerk, the collector, the state reps. We've got a lot of things on the ballot, so we'd like to see you get out.
The amendments are gathering a lot of attention, especially 4 and 5, aren't they, Tom?
Yeah, amendments 4 and 5 have drawn a lot of not only attention, but there are different interest groups spending money on 4 and 5.
There are a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of paid advertising, as well as a lot of just informal discussion, on the street. 4 makes it harder to amend the Missouri Constitution. Essentially, it just, as things stand today, if we have a constitutional amendment on the ballot, the referendum says that 51% or over 50%, we have a new constitutional amendment. Under the change in 4 would require a majority in each congressional district. So will make it harder to amend the Missouri Constitution. And
it's kind of funny because I had the first bill to change the initiative petition. That's that you can initiate. The people are supposed to initiate something, not somebody coming from out of state, paying for signature gatherers, paying for ads to change it. We change our Constitution now more often than some people change their underwear. We just change it all the time. And it's 14 states, I think it is, that don't allow you to do that at all. And the other ones, like Florida, I get notice. I have a house in Florida, and I get notices this year that they're looking to change their personal property tax. But in Florida, to do it, you have to have 60% of the people to vote, which is a super majority, majority. So whether this is perfect or not, I don't know, but I do know that we've got to change something, that we can't just change it every time one group puts up the money, puts it on the April ballot, gets enough people to make abortions completely unregulated. The next group gets the signatures up to try to make the, you shouldn't be able to change your Constitution that easily.
what I got out of that comment is that Kevin changes his underwear more than me.
More than you. Well, my question about that amendment is, in past, it's like all of outstate Missouri would vote one way on an amendment, and then St. Louis and Kansas City, with their majority of people, would override what the majority of districts in Missouri would want. And I could see why you'd want to change that, but at the same time, I almost say like having all 8, that's kind of extreme too. So is there a compromise maybe somewhere in the middle there?
Not in this amendment, there's not.
You've got one choice.
Yeah, you've got one choice. But you hit the nail on the head, Mark. If you're in outstate Missouri, this is a pretty easy decision to make. In my view, you want to vote for 4 because it prevents us from being overwhelmed. 70% of the population is in St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, and Columbia. 70%. Those areas can overwhelm us in the rest of the state in a statewide referendum. And maybe it should be 6 of 8 congressional districts. Maybe it should be different. But this offers protection for outstate Missouri.
And that has happened in the past.
Mm-hmm. That has happened in the past.
Now, that's what I agree with you. You didn't know this, but I think that's what my bill said 20 years ago. Is you had to have 3/4, 6 out of the 8 congressional districts.
Take your mics off, Kevin.
To pass.
Let's leave it that way. That's okay.
Here, let me see it.
Uh-oh. Might change the batteries again.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Just have to have the magic touch.
Green instead of red.
Yeah.
Anyway, 20 years ago, I had it to where you had to have 6 of the 8, I believe it was. And the reason for that, the reason they got killed is the right wingers said, no, we don't want to do that. The Republicans, we don't want to do that. I saw the fact that some of the other people were coming in and appealing to the inner cities with TV ads and stuff. So anyway, they killed it. Now it's the other way around. The right is wanting to get it passed because they're saying it's not fair to overrule the outstate completely. It should be initiated from the whole state, not just parts of the state. So that will be an interesting.
The problem is that, you think of an initiative petition, it's a referendum, it's a populist movement. The people are going to put something on the ballot, whether the legislature likes it or not. We're going to go, direct citizen action. And that is not how, and that's how it was meant to operate, but that's not how it's operating. The way it operates today is if interests get enough money, they can pay enough signature gatherers, they can get something on the ballot, and then if they can get 50% plus one, they get the change they want. That's how, that's how we've gotten a lot of our changes to our Constitution in the last few years. And so something needs to be changed. If it's this, it's this. If it's something else, but we can't continue with our constitutional amendments the way they've been done now. And and we're getting many pages of constitutional changes, like the cannabis is a really good example. I mean, there were pages and pages, things that should be in statute are being put into the Constitution. And I hope 4 passes. My understanding is it's not polling well, but we'll see.
Let's talk Amendment 5 now.
We're going to need a new battery, too.
We're going to need. Here, I can share it again.
Yeah, let's talk about 1 and 2 real briefly.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
we got to get them in. We're pushing our time. Number 1 is the renewal of the soil and parks tax. It gets renewed every few years. It's not a permanent tax, and it's 0.1%, and they divide that, and that's what pays for 76% of our 94 state parks, so that we don't have to have entrance fees. And so if you vote yes, it will continue the tax. If you vote no, it will stop the tax. Number 2, just a handful, less than a handful of counties appoint their assessor rather than elect their assessor. Once again, this is a constitutional change, so we all have to vote on it, but it really doesn't affect the people of St. Francis County or Washington County or any of the counties around it, because they're all elected assessors. So those are the first 2. And if you want to introduce number 5, talk about number 5.
Yeah, I will say too, the number 1, the state park water and soil. The last time it was on the ballot, it passed with 80% of the vote.
Wow.
Yeah. It was initiated.
Who wants to pay to get into St. Joe State Park? I mean, I love St. Joe State Park, but
Yeah. No. That's exactly right. And I think it started in the 1980s, and it was certainly the state parks, but a lot of it was the soil conservation too. Missouri was losing a tremendous amount of topsoil from its croplands, and we don't even think about that anymore. But in the 80s, it was considered to be a crisis that this tax was helped address and actually fixed. So, yeah. 5 is the biggest one, the most controversial because it involves money, and that's always, what gets people going. This would phase out, could phase out the Missouri income tax over time. The phase out is conditioned entirely on the revenue that is lost by reducing this income tax being replaced by other taxes, which are essentially would be an expansion of the sales tax. There are other nuances to it, but that's the fundamental premise. You would think, that the people to the left are going to vote against it because it would be eliminating the income tax, and they are. You would think that the people to the right would be voting for it because it's eliminating the income tax, but that doesn't seem to be happening. We're seeing an unexpected reluctance on the right to vote for this amendment, primarily because it's unclear where the new money is going to come from. Okay, we're going to expand sales tax. Does that mean we're including professional services? At what rates? Would be expanding categories of products that are now taxed. And all of those questions has left, I think, people that you would expect to vote for this with questions about it.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I have heard that from a number of people. And I've also heard from senior citizens who say, we have nothing really to gain and a lot to lose from that.
That's right. My Senate district, I had 7 counties, and I had a poor Senate district, but more than half of them didn't pay any income tax. So when you let people vote on the fact that they may be paying more taxes now, their chances are going to vote no, just like you let them vote on minimum wage last year. Well, if you're going to let me vote my wages up, I'm going to vote my wages up. There's several other factors, even from Republicans, and I have a problem with this. It's like the Nancy Pelosi. Vote for the bill, and I'll tell you what's in it. Vote for this, and I'll tell you what we're going to tax. Are we going to tax this? And that's what I was quoted in the Post saying I didn't think it was going to win because there's enough doubt. It also affects things like tax credits. Whether you like tax credits to industry, there's no credit if you don't pay income tax. The other thing is you don't, our charities, the food banks. Chris and I give money to the food banks. We give money to the Family Violence Center in Bonne Terre, give money to the Monarch Center, and those all we give more sizable amounts because we get a tax credit of part of the money back from the state. Well, if you don't have income tax, that's going to affect that. People that save money for their kids' college, grandkids' college through 529 plans, you get a tax break on your income tax if you put money in for your college future. My original job that I had for 30-something years, I would tell people, why don't you put money in and you take this off of your state tax and you can save for your kids' college. So there's a lot of factors that's going on with this, and that's why it's going to be, I think, tough to pass. But time will tell. A couple weeks will tell.
Yeah.
And we'll be there for election coverage that night.
Absolutely.
Are you coming over?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If that's all right, with the boss.
We're
It's all right
we
with
may
the
be
boss.
moving you around a little bit because the amount of people that are voting in my office, I'm going to have to use that room that you're in at least part of the day to vote people, and then we'll try to clear it out from you at 7 o'clock.
Perfect. Very,
Guys?
very good. Gentlemen, anything else we want to add to people watching here today?
I don't.
Get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
Appreciate
That's
it.
the case.
It's pathetic that we're expecting a 25% turnout.
Yeah.
We're expecting less than 12,000 people in a county of 60 to 70,000 people. We only have about 80% of the people that are eligible that actually are registered to vote, and only 25% of those are expected to vote in a federal election that affects us all locally. Excuse me. And then in November, we're only expecting 30-something%.
Right.
Because there is no presidential race, there's no governor race. We just want people to get out and vote. That you do your civic duty and get out and vote. You've got 2 weeks here. You can come over and vote at my office. No 8 to 4. Get in there 8 to 12 on the Saturday before. You can take your time, even if you are, let's say, a little bit slower to get into the. You can take your time on those days and get it voted. It's a great place. People that are voting there, we're having about a third of the people that vote there early. And I know I've seen you guys out there, and I think it works pretty well.
We got to let these guys.
Experience matters. That's why Angie Ussery is seeking re-election as St. Francis County Collector. With 18 years in the Collector's Office and the endorsement of the President of the Missouri Collectors Association, Angie Ussery is committed to serving taxpayers with integrity. Her priorities include helping residents stay current on their taxes through more convenient payment options and text reminders, while ensuring every tax dollar is accurately accounted for and distributed. Re-elect Angie Ussery for experienced leadership that keeps St. Francis County moving forward. Re-elect Angie Ussery for St. Francis County Collector.
Paid for by Ussery for Collector. Kevin Cook, Treasurer.
In St. Francis County, leadership, integrity, and experience matter. Ginger Daffern has the experience you can trust in the service you deserve. Committed to our community every day. As your circuit clerk, Ginger Daffern will continue to provide accurate, efficient, and courteous service while upholding the highest standards of the office. The circuit clerk is here to serve you, and Ginger Daffrin will help you with court records, passports, and more. For leadership, integrity, and experience, Ginger Daffrin for St. Francis County Clerk. Paid for by the committee to elect Ginger Daffrin. Stephanie Daffrin, Treasurer.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
Back on the Parkland podcast, one of our favorite people to talk to.
Just one of our favorite people.
In general is joining us here this morning. We have Donna Hickman. Good morning, Donna. How are you?
Good morning. I thought you were going to say one of our favorite people to talk to couldn't be here, so we have Donna Hickman.
Well, I mean, Paul Williams was going to join us, but he decided to send you. But I saw on Facebook this week you were posting about Chautauqua's past and how special this event is to you as someone who's just a fan of history, who's just a cheerleader for the city of Bonne Terre. The Chautauqua is such a fun thing. And for people that have no idea what we're talking about, what is a Chautauqua and why is it so special to you?
Well, Big River Chautauqua has been going on since 1995. We moved here in '96, so obviously we've been around for most of its years in Bonne Terre. Chautauqua is based on real life shows that were popular in the 1800s and the 1900s when real life folks like William Jennings Bryan and some other big names at the time would go. The town would put up a tent and they would perform for folks to come and see. They would talk about politics, they'd talk about history, they'd talk about anything they wanted to talk about. And now, in modern day, we recreate those moments by having actors come and be a part of our Chautauqua and perform on stage as the character. And this year, we're celebrating, of course, America's birthday. So I have brought for you guys, so you can really get into Chautauqua spirit, your own little flags.
All
there
right.
you go.
Awesome.
Pass one down.
Thank you.
And if you come to Chautauqua this year, folks, you will get your little flag to wave. We'll be celebrating America's 250th birthday with the folks that we have there.
That is awesome. What a history this event has gathered over the years.
It has. This is the 30th Chautauqua. It started 32 years ago, but of course there were those 2 bad years that in 20 and 21 because we couldn't have one because of the pandemic.
We couldn't have anything.
And didn't have much of anything. But a committee of dedicated volunteers keeps it going every year. Paul Williams is our fearless leader. And this year we're celebrating our founders. As you know, Joe Layden and Sherry Grimminger were the founding spirits of Chautauqua. And we just lost Sherry in May. And so we wanted to recognize their vision, their collaboration, and how it has all worked all these 30 years, and we're happy to keep it going for Joe and Sherry.
It kind of almost runs itself in a way now, but back in those early years, they were really getting out. They were hitting up community sponsors and contributors that they really had to work to keep it going.
Oh, Mark, it was such a strange thing. First of all, you couldn't pronounce it, Chautauqua. Then you couldn't spell it. That was the next challenge, how to spell it. So then if you got the chance to go to it, then you saw everybody in town that you hadn't seen in 100 years. And we celebrate America every year, but this year is our big year for that, in that we will have Leslie Goddard portraying Abigail Adams on Thursday night, Jeremy Meyer portraying Thomas Jefferson on Friday night, and then Larry Bounds as Ben Franklin on Saturday night. And they'll take the stage at 7. At 6, the Chautauqua Singers, as they have done for all 30 years, will sing some wonderful songs of, we usually say of the era, but we're covering 250 years of music pretty much this year. And there'll be some flag-waving opportunities all through the evening. And then at 4:30, I'm giving you the backstory here, At 4:30, we'll have dinner served at the Senior Center. So it all takes place right there in what is now Bonne Terre City Hall, what was Bonne Terre Elementary School.
And you know what? I think one thing I know that everybody is really, really happy about, and in recent years, you've switched to air conditioning.
Yes. Yes, there are a lot of folks who are really glad about that. I miss the tent, I will confess, because of just the novelty of it all.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't miss, sitting out in the heat.
That is for sure. So each one of these actors are so schooled on the person that they're presenting. Talk a little bit about the work that they put in to make sure that they know virtually everything about these people.
Each of these folks is an historian in their own right. I mean, they pour themselves into the characters, and they try to choose people that they perhaps look a little like and they can sound a little like. So Leslie is going to be Abigail, and of course, we don't really know what Abigail sounded like. But we get a sense of her spirit from what we know of John Adams and from her strong support for him and his efforts in early America. And then Jeremy Meyer is Thomas Jefferson, and he was here as Steve Jobs, I guess most recently.
Oh, wow.
So he too chooses character that he can look like and sound like. And then Larry Bounds has been here many, many times. One of my favorite characters he portrayed was Houdini, because he's also an amateur magician. I started to say musician. Magician. And so he was able to do some magic tricks as he also told Houdini's story. And Larry's back is Ben Franklin. And Ben Franklin obviously was a character. So you can imagine he's going to be very entertaining.
The show will be electric.
Yeah. Yes, it will, Mark. Very good. Very good.
Man, where does this guy come up with this stuff?
So will they be covering their lives as a whole, just a certain time frame of their life, a snapshot, or how does that work?
Every character chooses to present in their own particular way. So we don't really know until they get here as to what exactly they're going to cover, whether it's going to be one night in their lives or 1 year in their lives or the totality of their lives. And for those who have never been to a Chautauqua, the way it works is they make their presentation and you are transformed into the world that they're presenting and the person that they're presenting. And then at the end of it, they answer questions as if they were that person. You can ask Thomas Jefferson about what Thomas Jefferson did or said. And then at the end of that, they take off that mantra. They take off a hat sometimes. They just become then their real person. And then you can ask them questions about the work that they put in order to portray that character.
I know you can't do this without sponsors. There's a few folks you probably want to say thank you to.
We do. We have super sponsors, and they're local folks, First State Community Bank, Bullier Funeral Home, and the City of Bonne Terre. And they all go out of their way to give what they can and be a part of those events so that we can have them every year, and we couldn't do it without them. You're absolutely right. But we also want to say a thank you to everybody that gives what they can give. Our program this year has a long list of the people who have donated and sponsored so that we can put on the Chautauqua, and it's absolutely free.
I'm watching Mark spell Chautauqua on his phone right now.
It's not easy.
To look up the Big River Chautauqua Facebook page. Again, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, the Senior Center starts serving a meal at 4:30. The Chautauqua Singers take the stage at 6. Is that right?
Yes.
And then 7 o'clock will be when each of the performers take the stage in the auditorium. Formerly Bonne Terre High School for all you Bulldogs back in the day. When I came through, that was North County Junior High. So that was always a fun place. I have a lot of fond memories of that auditorium. And the city's done a great job of keeping it current, keeping it nice and air-conditioned for you to take in this fine event that comes your way every year. And I'm so glad you guys are doing something for Sherry Grimminger, because Donna, you and I could talk about Sherry forever. What a sweet soul and a big time pioneer, I think, in local journalism, because I don't mean to sound sexist, but it's kind of a man's world. And I think of like Sherry Grimminger, Janet Douglas. Those are the two people I think of, two women that really
And Donna Hickman.
And Donna Hickman. Yeah, she came along later. But there's no Donna Hickman without Sherry and Janet, right?
Well, that's right. That's absolutely right. And Sherry loved Chautauqua. And there was no one who loved veterans more than Sherry. I used to tell everybody, if you do a story with a veteran wearing a red shirt, you will be above the fold in the Daily Journal, because she loved to hear veterans and the stories that they told. And she also loved red shirts on the front page of the Daily Journal. So we will miss her this year, but the flags that we're giving out are in her memory. So we hope everybody will take one and wave it and think of Sherry. And, Sherry and Joe were such great partners in the Daily Journal, but certainly such great partners in Chautauqua. Because had Sherry not seen that flyer on her desk that said that the Missouri Humanities Council was looking for cities to host Chautauqua, and handed it over to Joe, and then Joe had this vision saying, what if we got together, everybody, and invited them in and put on a big show? And so, lo and behold, his idea worked. And, Joe was our MC for years, and now his son Mike Layton is our MC. So Mike comes back every year to do that. There are people, you guys, who have sung in Chautauqua Singers for all 30 years. There are people who've been on this committee for all 30 years. Once it kind of gets in your soul and your heart, you see it as a wonderful addition to Bonne Terre. And, Teddy Roosevelt said there's nothing more American than Chautauqua in America. So we think that about Bonne Terre. There's nothing more Bonne Terrean than Chautauqua in Bonne Terre.
I love it.
So if folks want to know more about Chautauqua, how do they find out?
We have a Facebook page, Big River Chautauqua. You can go on there and ask a question or see the different things that are going on. And certainly you can just ask anybody that you see out in the community that's on the Chautauqua committee. There's a bunch of us.
Awesome.
Very good. Are they doing the handbells too? Is that part of it, or?
Handbells?
Yeah,
No.
no handbell?
No handbells,
No handbell
no.
this year?
But we will have some flag waving. And Darren Thomas also is going to be singing during dinner in the senior center. And it's going to be just a really fun night. I mean, what brings people back year after year after year? It's fun. And you learn a little something, too, while you're there.
It's educational.
It is. Well, you tell people that, Jason, and then they go, I'll be bored. But no, it's not boring.
It's fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Donna, always so good to see you. Thanks so much
awesome.
for coming in this morning.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's great to see you both. Come to Chautauqua,
Come to
Thursday,
Chautauqua.
Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah. Donna Hickman joining us here. Big River Chautauqua, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Abigail Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin. And Donna has been our guest today here on the Parkland Podcast.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit Parkland.
The St. Francis County Republican Central Committee encourages you to pick up a Republican ballot in the August primary and vote for these candidates: Angie Ussery and Mike Miller for County Collector, Christina Bone and Ginger Daffron for Circuit Clerk, and Jason Green for State Representative in the 116th District. The St. Francis County Republican Committee also supports Becky Lobinger, Pat King, Todd Smith, Kent Sissom, Kevin Engler, Jay Graff, Blake Dudley, Louis Cyberlick, Alex Wade, and Kyle Smith. Make sure you pick up a Republican ballot for the August election on Tuesday, August 4th. This message is paid for by the St. Francis County Republican Committee. Kent Sissom, Treasurer.
Experience matters. That's why Angie Ussery is seeking re-election as St. Francis County Collector. With 18 years in the Collector's Office and the endorsement of the President of the Missouri Collectors Association, Angie Ussery is committed to serving taxpayers with integrity. Her priorities include helping residents stay current on their taxes through more convenient payment options and text reminders, while ensuring every tax dollar is accurately accounted for and distributed. Re-elect Angie Ussery for experienced leadership that keeps St. Francis County moving forward. Re-elect Angie Ussery for St. Francis County Collector.
Paid for by Ussery for Collector. Kevin Cook, Treasurer.
In St. Francis County, leadership, integrity, and experience matter. Ginger Daffron has the experience you can trust in the service you deserve. Committed to our community every day. As your circuit clerk, Ginger Daffron will continue to provide accurate, efficient, and courteous service while upholding the highest standards of the office. The circuit clerk is here to serve you, and Ginger Daffron will help you with court records, passports, and more. For leadership, integrity, and experience, Ginger Daffron for St. Francis County Clerk. Paid for by the committee to elect Ginger Daffron. Stephanie Daffron, Treasurer.
Lovely way to be. Aware of things your heart alone was meant to see. They'll find a metal rolling goes whenever two can dream a dream.
Wow, how about that voice? That's coming from this young lady right here. Sarah Politte joining us here this morning on the Parkland podcast. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for coming on. You are a very talented jazz singer. You have an EP coming out.
Yeah.
You have a lot of musical talent.
Thank you.
How did you get started in music? What got you involved in singing?
So randomly one day, I think about 6 years ago, I spontaneously decided to take voice lessons. And yeah, so I took voice lessons, and then after my first voice lesson, the teacher said that I had a voice for jazz. And so that's really how I got started in the genre.
Where did you go to school at?
Well, I took my first, I'm homeschooled.
Okay.
But yeah, my first voice lesson was at Marlar's, when it was still Marlar's in Park Hills. But yeah. And so I really dived into the genre and fell in love with it, so.
Very good. And I think I remember you before that. Didn't you do a little Irish dancing back in the day?
yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, your family had a dance school, right?
Yeah, my mom did. Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that for people that maybe remember.
Yeah, my mom opened this Irish dance school. It was called Claudia Irish Dance, and me and my sister both did the dancing too. So we did a lot of competitions, and it was really fun.
Yeah, I remember the school like dancing all over Park Hills. Anytime there was a big event, you guys were always there. So dancing, I'm like, I'm tired of dancing. I'm going to go singing now. And you show up at Marlar's, and they say, wow, you have a voice for jazz. Did you know much about jazz at that point?
I didn't. I had never really listened to it. I mean, I heard like Frank Sinatra like on the radio or something, but I never really listened to it all that much. But after my voice lessons, then I really got into it.
So did you know you could sing, and this was taking it to the next level?
I guess I didn't. I had never really sung before, besides karaoke night at my grandpa's house. But
now there's a party, karaoke at grandpa's.
Yeah. Very good. So you start working on the jazz craft. When you started listening to music, were there certain artists or different people's voices that you kind of gravitated to?
Yeah, I would definitely say Sarah Vaughan, who was a singer back in the day, definitely was my first big influence. And I remember hearing her recording of Misty and really falling in love with it. And that was the first jazz song I sang, was Misty. But yeah, I also love Julie London, who was another jazz vocalist from, I think, like the 40s or 50s. Chet Baker, who was a trumpet player, but he also sang, was one of my other favorites. But I like, Frank Sinatra and Michael Bublé and some modern day singers too. So
when I think of jazz music, I think of really complicated music, a lot of changes, a lot of riffs, and singing that has to be kind of the same way. You have to have a wide range in your voice, don't you?
Yeah, I notice a lot of jazz vocalists, they have a really low voice, especially female jazz vocalists, which I don't really have. I mean, I can go low, but my voice kind of sits a little bit higher. But Yeah, I think it does require a little bit of range than probably pop songs, but yeah.
You have a website, sarahpolitte.com, Sarah with an H. And I guess this is kind of where people can learn a little bit more about you and where you'll be performing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, it looks like we got Parkland Podcast on there too. Thank you. Thank you so much for putting us on there. And then I see you're going to be at the Blue Strawberry Showroom and Lounge in St. Louis. What is the Blue Strawberry and Showroom and Lounge in St. Louis, and is it as cool as it sounds?
Yeah, it is. It's this, like, I guess, jazz club in St. Louis, and it's like it's kind of old, so there's a lot of history of really great performers that have played there. And I guess it's really like intimate venue, and it's cozy, and it has good vibes. But yeah, I'm really excited to perform there.
It sounds like you've almost become a historian of sorts of jazz music by some of the names you were mentioning.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of jazz players or singers have to know about the history,
Right.
so it's good to know.
Have you met other jazz singers that have had some success and had the opportunity to pick their brains yet, or are you just getting started?
I have met a few. When I did All-State Jazz, which was 1 or 2 years, I did last year and the year before that, which was like a kind of ensemble thing, and you get picked in the whole state of Missouri. They pick a select few, I believe it was like high schoolers, to be in this vocal jazz ensemble. So I got picked last year and the year before that, and I met a lot of really talented people that were my age that were into jazz, so it was really cool.
Cool.
How did you find out about the Blue Strawberry Showroom and Lounge?
I think I was just looking online for like jazz venues up in St. Louis, and I just stumbled across it, and then I started. I saw that they had open mic nights on, I think it was Tuesdays, and so I've been going to those. And after the first or second time I did the open mic, the owner came up to me and he said, "We'd like to book you for a show." So that was really cool.
So is jazz it for you, or are you going to maybe expand your horizons as you get older and look at other kinds of music too?
I mean, jazz is definitely it, but I've done like Broadway music, like musical theater. I have sang pop before, but it's not really my favorite, not my cup of tea. But yeah, I have explored a little bit of other genres, but definitely jazz is my main focus.
Tell us about the EP you're working on. What's all going to be on that?
Yeah, I'd love to. So it is going to be called In Wonderland, and it'll be released soon. I don't have an official release date yet, but it'll be coming soon. But yeah, so it was produced by this amazing producer, Justin Armstrong, who he's been nominated for 11 Grammys and has won 2 Grammys. So that was really awesome. And so, yeah, he's the sound engineer and producer. And then the musicians, Marina Albro was on piano, who is like a world-class pianist. And she was definitely the best pianist I've ever worked with, which was really awesome. Amina Scott was on the bass. And then we had Bryant Watson on the drums and Max Bronstein on the guitar. So they were all really, really awesome musicians. And we went and recorded it in New Orleans at Maroney Studios, which is a really kind of famous studio, which was awesome. So, yeah.
Well, it'd be worth it just to go to New Orleans, I guess, huh?
Yeah, so
you owe a lot to your mom and dad, don't you?
Yeah. They went down there with me.
Yeah.
And
are they good singers? Is this something that runs in the family? I mean, I know they're good dancers. I've seen them dance, but
my mom doesn't sing that much, but my dad sings a little bit more, but they never really kind of got into it that much. But
all right.
Yeah, I definitely think it probably runs in my family. My grandma was a really great singer, so.
Is this something where would you like to sing here locally, say in St. Francis County, or do you have your sights set on being more regional and national?
Yeah, definitely want to go like around the world and travel. I think that's one of the things that I really want to do.
Do you have a dream destination you'd like to go to?
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to perform in New York. Also, anywhere in Europe, probably Paris would be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
So the EP is recorded. They're working on it. It'll be out soon, probably next couple months or so. And I guess if folks go to sarahpolitte.com, as soon as it's available, they'll find out about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's where it'll be available through your website?
It'll be available on probably any like music streaming service like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use. So, yeah.
Very good. SarahPolitte.com. That's Sarah with an H.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the website. You can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and again, there's some work on there. You got the Lullaby of Birdland on the website and a few other songs as well. You can click on, and there you can see that, you're going to be talking to our buddy Mike Ramsey next Friday on KREI. So.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song that you've recorded for this EP?
It's either the one that we just played, a little clip of one we just played, which was Wave, or the title song, which will be announced later.
Okay. Very, very cool. Awesome. Sarah, anything else we need to feature about the artistry or about the EP or anything else coming up?
Well, I'd like to say you can get tickets for my show at Blue Strawberry. You can get them. You can find them, I think, on my website. You can find them on Blue Strawberry's website. You can find them on my social media, which is it's Sarah_Politte8. So, yeah, you can pretty much get them anywhere.
And that show is Saturday, August 15th, 7:30.
Yes.
So you're the headliner that night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this your first time playing in St. Louis?
I have done like some private gigs up there, like weddings and stuff, but this will be my first time doing like a concert. So
this is your coming out party,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is awesome.
Very, very cool. So check that out Saturday, August 15th, 7:30 at the Blueberry Strawberry Showroom and Lounge in St. Louis. You'll see Sarah Politte. Sarah, what, 19 years old? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm 19.
19 years old and got a world of confidence and a voice that it says sounds a little bit older than that. But that's a compliment, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Very good. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you
very
so much.
All right. Sarah Politte joined us. She's going to be famous someday. And you'll remember
She
her.
already is.
She already is, yeah. And you'll remember her being on the Parkland podcast. It is 9/21. We'll do the birthdays and anniversaries coming up next.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Discover Farmington. Explore the Parkland. Just 1 hour south of St. Louis at the edge of the Ozark Mountains, you will discover Farmington, Missouri. Surrounded by 9 of Missouri's most scenic state parks, challenging golf courses, an extreme off-road recreation area, hiking trails, and award-winning vineyards and wineries. Farmington is the perfect destination. Learn more about accommodations, parks, dining, and events at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
In St. Francis County, leadership, integrity, and experience matter. Ginger Daffern has the experience you can trust in the service you deserve. Committed to our community every day. As your circuit clerk, Ginger Daffern will continue to provide accurate, efficient, and courteous service while upholding the highest standards of the office. The circuit clerk is here to serve you, and Ginger Daffrin will help you with court records, passports, and more. For leadership, integrity, and experience, Ginger Daffrin for St. Francis County Clerk. Paid for by the committee to elect Ginger Daffrin. Stephanie Daffrin, Treasurer.
Experience matters. That's why Angie Ussery is seeking re-election as St. Francis County Collector. With 18 years in the Collector's Office and the endorsement of the President of the Missouri Collectors Association, Angie Ussery is committed to serving taxpayers with integrity. Her priorities include helping residents stay current on their taxes through more convenient payment options and text reminders, while ensuring every tax dollar is accurately accounted for and distributed. Re-elect Angie Ussery for experienced leadership that keeps St. Francis County moving forward. Re-elect Angie Ussery for St. Francis County Collector.
Paid for by Ussery for Collector. Kevin Cook, Treasurer. It is 81 degrees, 9:24 on this Saturday morning. Mark Toady, let's do the birthday segment here on the Parkland podcast. Do you know anyone celebrating a birthday today?
I do. It's kind of neat. Jenna Smith has a birthday. She works at the Farmington Civic Center on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Her and her husband, Lance. Lance is my go-to guy at the AT&T store. If I ever have a problem or a question, I go to Lance because he can flat out get the answers. But they won themselves a new heating and air conditioning unit through a promotion run by Nicholson Heating and Cooling. It's $9,000. They got it installed for free. There's a big video, the commercial of it, running around on social media. So congratulations to Jenna and Lance. And Jenna, happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing great. Happy birthday to Andrea Berry. She's married to Dean Berry, the rock and roll preacher, I like to call him.
Rock and roll preacher.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. My buddy Stevie Johns, happy birthday to you. There's a whole lot of houses that have been built in Farmington that he's been the guy building them. So happy birthday to you, Stevie. And Karen Applebaum has a birthday many, many years ago, going back, close to 40 years. I don't mean to date you, Karen. I was at her wedding to a good friend of mine.
You can't date her; she's married.
Yeah. Well, that first wedding didn't last too long, but she got married again, and she's done quite well since then. So happy birthday to you, Karen. I still keep up with her on Facebook. I hope you are doing fantastic.
Happy birthday to Lance Sprinkle, retired local coach, although didn't he come out of he came out of retirement for a little while to coach North County, and then he handed the keys to his
everywhere,
son.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might end up coaching somewhere again this year. Happy birthday, Lance. Hope it's a great day for you. And Dustin Murray celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Dustin. What about tomorrow, Sunday, July 19th?
Sunday. Chris Stroop celebrates a birthday. Chris goes to St. Paul Lutheran Church. He's a teacher at West County Schools. And he's just an all-around good guy. Does a great Larry the Cable Guy impersonation. Nice. Happy birthday to you, Chris. And Tim Berghaus celebrating a birthday. The other half of Julie Berghaus. Happy birthday to you, Tim, from your wife and all your kids. He's a good dude. Tim, I hope you have a great day.
Hey, fellow friend of ours, Mr. Kevin Jenkins, celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Kevin's back in the – is he back in the newspaper business again? I thought
he retired again.
Oh, he retired again. Okay. Well, either way, happy birthday, Kevin. Hope it's a great day for you. Julie Pratt, North County School Board member, celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Of course, she works for Belgrade Financial. Amy Nephew, she's also an aunt. Her birthday is tomorrow as well. Bill Collins of Desloge. Bill, excellent guy, celebrating a birthday tomorrow. One of Gibbs' sons. Happy birthday, Bill. Dalton King, a former student of mine, a Fredericktown High School graduate. He was one of my Unitech dudes. Awesome guy. If you see our commercial for Domino's Pizza, he's the delivery guy in that ad. Happy birthday, Dalton. Hope you have a great day. And Kelly Brown celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Kelly. Hope you have an awesome day.
By the way, Kevin Jenkins also famous for telling really
yes.
jokes.
Can you give a good bad Kevin Jenkins joke for us?
I once dated a girl who had a twin, and people always asked how I could tell them apart. He said, easy. Allison painted her nails red, and Bob had a beard.
That's good. That's a good joke.
There you go.
I like that. Monday, July 20th. Who do you know that celebrates a birthday?
Tiny Hardapee.
Hey, Tiny.
Celebrating a birthday. She has been cutting hair in the Parkland since I had hair.
Wow.
That's
that
a
goes
long time. Tiny, happy birthday. You can stop by T's Salon and say happy birthday to her. Justin Gray celebrates a birthday, the son of Tim and Kelly Gray. Tim, the former basketball coach at Mineral Area College. I have a picture of Justin and me and the MAC basketball team going back into the late 90s when we went to San Diego. And Justin's about this big.
Right.
Now he's bigger than me, and he's got a couple of kids. Justin, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Luke Roussant. I got to know him when he worked at First State Community Bank. His wife is a really good photographer.
Absolutely.
Luke, happy birthday
My fake
to
brother.
you. Hannah Cole, happy birthday to you. Hannah, her mom and dad are the owners of Cole's Tractor and Equipment. Hannah, I hope you're doing great. Jordan Lawson, one of my favorite people to interview at the St. Francis County Health Center back in the day. Happy birthday to you. And somebody we both know very well and probably broadcast. I know at least I'm old enough to have broadcast some of our high school basketball games. Courtney McIntyre, Courtney Claywell.
C-Mac, yes. I think I wrote a couple articles about her basketball playing at the Daily Journal, but she graduated before I started broadcasting in the area, and now I work with her.
A couple of years ago, we asked one of their kids who would win in a game of basketball, and I think their daughter said, I would dominate. She would dominate. I think those were her words.
Yeah. Happy birthday, C-Mac. Hope you have a great day on Monday. What about Tuesday, July 21st?
I want to say happy birthday to Nikki Kelly.
Nikki Kelly.
There are a lot of great singers in this area.
Oh, my
in fact,
gosh.
we just interviewed one of them.
But Nikki, ooh, boy.
Nikki can flat out sing a tune. She is awesome. Nikki, happy birthday to you from your husband. And I think between the two of them, they have 6 kids. I could be a little bit off on that, but happy birthday to you, Nikki. Raylan French celebrates a birthday. She actually won the talent show at Country Days maybe twice. I remember interviewing her after she won the first time, and she started crying. She was so happy. So, Raylan, happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing great. Frank Kirchmer, you talk about broadcasting legends. Frank the Tank is one of
Frank the
them.
Tank.
You go over to St. Genevieve, everybody, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. They will know who Frank Kirchmer is because he's been doing.
And he keeps track of it.
He does.
He does. He's got notebooks upon notebooks. He knows, he knew exactly when he hit his 400th game. Somebody asked me, how many football games do you think you've done? I don't know. No idea. Frank knows
Not a clue.
exactly how many he's done.
Elizabeth Curitan, happy birthday to you. And one of my best all-time greatest friends is Vince Bresnahan. His son, Ryan Bresnahan, celebrates a birthday on Tuesday. Ryan is like a black belt MMA guy, and he's one you want on your side when it comes down to it. When it's time to throw down, I would throw up if he got mad at me. Ryan, buddy, you're great. I've known you since he was a toddler. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing great.
Happy birthday on Tuesday to Brenda Willard. Happy birthday, Brenda. I hope you have a fantastic day from all of your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids. They all love you. Ashley Clifford celebrated a birthday on Tuesday as well. Happy birthday, Ashley. Hope you have a great day. Wednesday, July 22nd is all you, sir. I have no birthdays to report.
Leona Harper celebrates a birthday. I got to know Leona when she worked at CC's Pizza.
CC's.
Worked there for a bunch of years. Her sister worked at Farmington City Hall, and, man, for a couple of years, they'd come by the radio station around Christmas and drop me off cookies. Leona, happy birthday to you. My buddy Pat Gegg celebrates a birthday. Pat has his own little store now. I'm going to give him a quick free plug. It's right there down by in the Kaufman area. Right after you get to where Crown Valley Winery used to be, you need to go by and buy some good things from him. But Pat is the guy that I've often referred to as Pat the Wonder Bowler because we wonder why he even bothered to bowl. He once got a strike we bowled on the same team together. He once had a strike in the first frame, and after 3 frames, his score was still 10. Do the math there. Strike, gutter ball, gutter ball, gutter ball, gutter ball. Pat the Wonder Bowler, happy birthday to you. Pam Brooks, happy birthday to you. She is the mother of Heather Garner, who was a guest on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. And when it comes to the big free dinner that they do at the Methodist Church every Wednesday, she is the brains behind that. So, Pam, happy birthday to you. And one of my favorite people at St. Paul Lutheran Church, a 42-time Lutheran of the Year.
42 times.
Sharon Sherrill celebrates
I can see
a
that.
birthday. Sharon has been a teacher for over 50 years at St. Paul Lutheran School. So happy birthday to you, Sharon. You are a definite keeper.
All right. What about Thursday, July 23rd?
Well, the guy that used to sign our paychecks.
Yes. That were
has
made good
a
by
birthday.
radio advertising.
Yes, indeed. Dick Womack.
Dick.
Happy birthday to you, Dick. We hope you are doing well in St. Louis. Happy birthday to you. My buddy John Haggerty works for Charter Communication. I used to see him walking all the time at the Civic Center. He'd walk around that track 4 miles. So happy birthday to you, John. I walked by his house, actually, this morning before I came here, getting my morning walk in. Denise Winship Mayer celebrates a birthday. One of the Winship girls that I went to high school with. Trust me, Denise aged much better than I did. Ashley Sissom, happy birthday you from David and all the family. And I got to say a special happy birthday to Andrea Ritter.
Okay.
Andrea used to work at Spokes Pub and Grill back in the day, and I took her to a Bad Company concert. It was great. Bad Company and David Lee Roth. That was a pretty good show. And she also went with us when we went down to the Black River Amphitheater one year with all the radio station, and we had a really good time, all of us together. We drove the radio. I can say it now. I don't work there anymore. I don't care. We drove the radio station van through the Black River.
Yes.
We didn't go around it. We went through the Black River. Yes. Thanks to Kevin Brooks, our engineer, for giving us permission at the time to do that. Andrea was a witness to that. She's now living in Kansas City with her son. Andrea, happy birthday to you.
Yes. Driving the big red van. Not the Jeep, the van, right?
Oh, no, it was the van,
not
baby.
The Jeep. Mark Farrell celebrating a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday, Mark. Eric Robbins with a birthday Thursday as well. Happy birthday, Eric. And Regina Long celebrating a birthday on Thursday. All right, Friday, July 24th, wrapping up the week. Who you got?
Well, Linda Huck celebrates a birthday on Friday. We got to say
Friend
hi
of the
to
podcast.
her. I'll tell you what, imagine that. For about 35 years, there were 2 band directors in Farmington, Kurt Balke and then Linda Huck.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Happy birthday to you, Linda. I hope you're doing great. Our good buddy, Chuck Lotz.
Chuck Lotz.
With a birthday. Chuck, happy birthday to you, buddy. Big Cardinals fan.
Happy birthday.
And Carolyn Keevan celebrates a birthday. She goes to St. Paul Lutheran Church, and she has a little baby girl now. Miss Genevieve, happy birthday to you, Caroline. Her and another gal helped to organize this past year's St. Paul Lutheran School auction, and they raised a record amount of money. So happy birthday to you, Caroline. I hope you have a fantastic weekend coming up.
Happy birthday Friday to Ann Ward, formerly Ann DeBold, Ann DeBeautiful.
Yeah.
That's how we always said her name on the radio. Ann worked at both J98 and B104. She's, like me, one of those people that worked at both places. I believe she worked at J98 twice, I think, if I remember right. I can't remember.
If she did,
Maybe.
that's news to me.
That's news to me. Maybe it was just one off. And
once was just enough because she is awesome. She is wonderful.
Ann's
but
great.
boy, oh boy, oh boy. If you
Did she drive the van through the Black River?
she would have been right there saying, "Hold my beer while I do this."
No, and a true sweetheart and a true professional. She was great.
And she's a bit of a historian. She gets involved in Voices from the Past.
Yes.
That I do
Daughters of
as
the
well.
American Revolution. Yeah. Yeah, Ann's very big into that. Happy birthday, Ann. Kids, grandkids, they all love you and are all thinking about you. David Ward, former Froggy guy.
Oh, yeah.
He, and I tell the story every year on his birthday week, and I'll just throw it out there again. We were at the Farmington press box getting ready to do a football game, and I think this was when I was at KFMO, and we had our full setup. We had the camera, and we had all the stuff, and our camera lady was trying to figure out how to move the window to get a good, clear, unimpeded shot of the football field. And David Ward, being the nice guy he was, oh, just hold on, I'll get that out of there for you. So he reaches up and he grabs the window, and he just literally rips it out of the pane, and it snaps in half. It's like plexiglass snaps. And he's like, oh, and he's sitting there holding it. And John Bacon, who was the athletic director at Farmington at that time.
He probably didn't like that.
He was so calm. John just walked back up there. He goes, oh, that's okay. He just grabs it and he sets it down. He goes, that'll work. We'll take care of that tomorrow. Because, I was expecting, to see Coach Bacon full sideline mode come out. And instead he's just like, oh, don't worry about it. Because David, he did not expect that to happen in the least bit. And it was just so funny. And every time I see David, I think about that. And I'm sure I'll see him this football season. Happy birthday, David. Hope it's a great day. Nicole Larimore celebrating a birthday on Friday. Happy birthday, Nicole. And Megan Dixon, long time at Mineral Area College. Before that, Missouri Baptist. And celebrating a birthday on Friday. Happy birthday to Megan.
So if she travels south, she has to cross the Megan Dixon line.
Hey, love it. There you go. So those are your birthdays and your anniversaries. Quick break. When we return, we will do the entertainment segment of the Parkland podcast. For all those of you who are still watching, we love you and appreciate you. We're going to do some music and some movies coming up next. It is the Parkland podcast. It's 82 degrees.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
So go to the Facebook page, Parkland Podcast on Facebook, and vote. We got some polls going right now. We need to get some more votes for that 116th district.
Yes.
And,
by the way, we also need to give a shout out to our hosts here.
We do need to talk about Ransom, especially since the owner just walked in. We should probably do that right now. But we love it here at Ransom's.
That's the owner? I thought that was Brad Pitt's body double.
Oh, right. Well, one or the other. Chris Warden dropping in, and we probably need to wrap up our segment pretty quick because he's got a big convention coming up. That's why we have all the extra. He's shipping TVs all around the nation for the big convention for Midwest Tech Talk and K through 12 Tech Talk, which is his podcast, and he does a great job with that. In fact, they're bringing the trailer in. Oh, my gosh, wow.
So we got to hurry up.
We better book it then. So give me a song of the week, Mark Tody. What's your song of the week?
Well, I'm going to do Song of the Week and movie pick all in one because it involves the same group.
Okay.
The movie is Highlander.
Highlander.
With Christopher Lambert.
Okay,
it has Sean Connery in it, and it features the music of Queen.
Yeah.
Songs like It's a Kind of Magic and 1 Year of Love, and I'm just waiting for the hammer to fall. And they also do a great Frank Sinatra imitation there. But my song from Queen is Keep Yourself Alive.
Keep yourself alive.
Well, the reason I chose that, too, is because for the first year or so that song came out, I thought they were saying Jesus never lied.
That's true.
So it's like, I thought that was kind of cool. So there you go. If you've never seen the movie Highlander, it's worth a watch. If you watch it more than once, you realize what a goofy movie it is. But just watching it once, it's worth it just to watch watch Sean Connery in action.
And there was a TV show, I believe, after that,
Yes,
too.
there was. Yes, there
and
was.
Queen did the theme song for that
They
as well.
did indeed.
All right. Movie of the week. I'll do the same thing with mine. We'll do Singles, the 1992 romantic comedy about dating in the grunge era. Do you remember Singles?
I remember the movie. I've never seen
the movie? Oh, it's a great movie. Bridget Fonda and Matt Dillon starred in that movie. Kara Sedgwick's in it. Scott Campbell. And all Seattle. The soundtrack was all Seattle bands doing all kinds of cool Seattle songs. I don't even know which song I'm going to pick. Oh, gosh. We'll use Waterfalls by Jimi Hendrix. I know that was on the soundtrack and was a great tune. Waterfall. But, yeah, watch Singles. I think it still holds up. Pearl Jam is in. They have a cameo in the movie. They play
That's
the
worth
backup
it just
band.
for that.
Yeah, so they're in there. Alice in Chains has like a live concert scene in the movie. Check it out, Singles, 1992. I don't know what platform it's available on, but that's something you can check out. All right, podcast for next week. It's going to be Democrat Day. We will be talking to Frank Barnett and Chris Richard. They are both running for the 8th Congressional District. They're both going to join us here at Ransom's next Saturday morning, started at 8:30. Then we'll talk to Whitney Whisker Brooks. He's running for the 116th seat for state representative. Eli Flowers will be running for the 114th district. And then Bill Young will be running for St. Francis County Commissioner. Those will be our guests on July 25th. Looking ahead to August 15th, John Steffen and Susan Dix will join us. They're going to talk about Sam Doss days as we approach the 100th anniversary of Desloge's first unsolved murder. Whoa. So we're going to find out all about that. Future show coming up on August the 15th. Otherwise, we hope you have an awesome day. Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Don't overheat, and we'll